Joseph Ballin. Sam, Hillary may win this election, but she and the DNC has a lot to respond to once it's over, like her open borders and free trade comments, or her anti-LGBT comments, or media manipulation, or supporting single-payer health care privately, but opposing it publicly, repealing Dodd-Frank and all Wall Street regulation, manipulating Sanders into endorsing her. Manipulating Sanders into endorsing her?
I had no idea what was happening. I was completely against my will. I felt violated.
Come on. Anti-transparency?
First, she scored me on a scale of 1 to 10, and then she demoralized me.
And okay, here's my point. Here's what you need to do if you want to be effective. If you want to push her on certain issues, yes, focus on it like a laser beam. But to go out and say, and here, it's a safe space for all of us here. But I can assure you that if you make the argument that she manipulated Bernie Sanders into endorsing her, no one's going to listen to you who is in or outside of politics, who has any interest in anything and has done the slightest bit of reading about how politics work. You're talking like a child.
Oh my God, she has the videotape of me with the 2 maple syrup girls. I thought that had been destroyed. Now I'm going to have to endorse her instead of running with Jill Stein. The Illuminati wins again.
In 1982, the technology that was used for tapping maple syrup made it impossible for me to reach across and touch anyone working on
okay, you have
the maple
a birch
tree.
sap. You have
honestly,
pine.
Honestly, you gotta grow up. Stick to the issues. Nobody can take you seriously if you say something like that. What do you think politics is? What do you think is going on in these? Why is it that there's this need for, people's candidate to be a character from a Sorkin movie? Honestly, grow up. Who cares? I don't care if she's the worst person in the world. I don't care if she's calling Bernie Sanders Bernie Sandals or whatever they're doing. Who cares? I just want her to feel like she only has an option to fill because of her. It's her, she has no choice but to pursue, her political success by following my policy prescriptions.
She called me an old kike and said that she would get rid of all my Eugene's Debs posters. I have no choice.
I just found out that she's not in charge of the airplanes. I thought I could just take a flight. They said that I wouldn't be able to travel by plane. I'd have to take a train everywhere I went. And then I found out I could have just gone and bought a plane ticket. They lied to me.
They lied to me.
She looked me in the face and said, "We can keep you from flying on any airline." And I believed her. I feel like I feel
What was
betrayed.
the real thing? Probably was going to be committee assignments or something.
Of course.
And that's no duh. That's not a specific manipulation to anybody. In fact, the last time we were upset about committee assignments was I wish Joe Lieberman had lost his committee assignment.
And it's not just Clinton. I got news for you. As president, you're not in charge of who gets a committee assignment. But the idea that you wouldn't exercise that, of course you would. Are you kidding me? Hillary and her campaign luckily, they dropped that Trump video when they did, because if they didn't, they would have lost this election if any of this had gotten media coverage. I got news for you. No one has been able to send me a single email of one that would impact anybody's vote in this election. I don't think there is a single email that you could show to every person who was going to vote for Hillary Clinton that would change their mind one iota. But aside from that, who are you saying they got lucky that dropped that videotape? You saying the campaign dropped the videotape at that time? Because if you're saying that, it's not luck.
Handle, liberal. Michael, manipulated Bernie riff from yesterday had me rolling, added to the repertoire.
She called me an old, she said that I was an old Jaime and that I couldn't get my senior discount anymore and that she would throw my Eugene Debs posters in the river. I need to endorse her. It's like an ad for elder abuse.